Welcome to Happy Health Tribe. Today we're exploring the art of mindful parenting. Mindful parenting, in essence, is about being present, intentional, and non-judgmental in our interactions with our children. It's about tuning into their needs, responding with empathy, and fostering an atmosphere of trust and support. Why is this so important? Because the way we parent can profoundly impact our children's development and their sense of self. It can shape their confidence, their resilience, and their ability to form healthy relationships. In this video, we'll break down 5 key techniques that underpin mindful parenting. We'll talk about active listening, empathetic responses, positive reinforcement, setting boundaries, and mindful communication. Each of these techniques offers a different way to connect with your child, to understand them better, and to guide them with love and respect. Ready to become the parent your child needs? Let's dive into our first technique. Our first technique is active listening, a crucial component of mindful parenting. Active listening is more than just hearing the words your child utters. It's about fully engaging with them, showing interest in their thoughts and feelings, and responding in a way that makes them feel understood and valued. Active listening involves a few key steps. First, you need to give your child your undivided attention. This means putting aside your phone, turning off the television, and focusing solely on your child. It's about creating a safe and welcoming space where your child feels comfortable expressing themselves. Next, you want to show that you're engaged in the conversation. This can be done through nonverbal cues like nodding your head or maintaining eye contact. You can also echo back what your child has said to confirm you've understood. For example, if your child tells you they're upset about a disagreement with a friend, you might respond with, "So you're feeling hurt because your friend said something that upset you." It's also important to avoid interrupting or rushing your child. Allow them to speak at their own pace and express their thoughts fully before you respond. This shows respect for their feelings and helps them feel heard. In addition, refrain from being judgmental. Even if you disagree with your child's perspective, it's vital to acknowledge their feelings and thoughts as valid. You can express your viewpoint later, but initially, it's about understanding their experience. Lastly, be patient. Active listening takes time and practice. It may not come naturally at first, but with patience and persistence, you'll see a positive change in your relationship with your child. Active listening is a powerful tool in mindful parenting. It fosters a deeper understanding between you and your child, builds trust, and helps your child develop important communication skills. It also shows your child that their thoughts and feelings are important and worthy of your attention. Remember, when you truly listen, you show your child that their feelings matter. Next, we have empathetic responses, an essential tool for validating your child's experiences. This technique is all about responding to your child's emotions with understanding and compassion. Let's unravel the mystery behind it, shall we? Imagine your child comes home upset about a fight with a friend. An empathetic response might be, "It sounds like you're really hurt by what happened. That must be tough." This type of response shows your child that you understand their feelings, you're acknowledging them, and you're not brushing them off. The cornerstone of empathetic responses is the recognition that all feelings are valid. That doesn't mean every action is okay, but it does mean that we can always understand and empathize with the emotions behind the actions. This understanding creates a safe space for your child to express themselves, fostering a deep sense of trust and connection. Now, it's important to note that empathetic responses don't always come naturally. It's okay if you don't get it right every time. Practice makes perfect, after all. Start small, try to put yourself in your child's shoes, and remember the times when you craved for someone to just understand your feelings. More than words, empathy is about tone and body language. Keep your voice calm, your body language open, and maintain eye contact. These nonverbal cues can often communicate empathy more powerfully than words. Responding with empathy has a profound impact on your child's emotional development. It teaches them that it's okay to have feelings, to express them, and to deal with them in a healthy way. It also helps them to develop their own sense of empathy, which is a crucial skill for their interactions with others. Remember, empathy is not about fixing your child's problems. It's about showing them that they're not alone in their feelings and that you're there to support them through their emotional journey, however bumpy it might be. In the end, empathetic responses are not just about responding to your child's emotions. They're about building a strong, supportive, and emotionally healthy relationship with your child. So keep practicing, keep learning, and keep showing your child that their feelings matter. With empathy, you can help your child feel heard and understood. Our third technique is positive reinforcement, a powerful way to encourage good behavior. Now you may be wondering, what exactly is positive reinforcement? Well, it's a concept rooted in the field of psychology, but don't worry, you don't need a degree to understand or apply it. Simply put, it's the process of recognizing and rewarding positive behaviors, which in turn encourages those behaviors to be repeated. It's about catching your child doing something right and acknowledging it. Imagine your child has just cleaned up their toys without being asked. That's a great opportunity to apply positive reinforcement. You might say something like, "I noticed you put all your toys away. That's fantastic. I really appreciate your help." It's important to be specific and immediate with your praise. This lets your child know exactly what they did well and connects the positive reinforcement directly to the behavior. But remember, positive reinforcement isn't just about praising actions. It's also about celebrating effort and progress. If your child has been struggling with math homework and they finally master a difficult problem, that's a moment for positive reinforcement. You could say, "You've been working so hard on this and it's paid off. You really nailed that math problem." Positive reinforcement can also be adapted to suit your child's age and interests. For a younger child, you might use stickers or small treats as a reward. For an older child, perhaps it's an extra half hour of video game time or a later bedtime on the weekend. The key is to find what motivates your child and use that as a tool for reinforcement. But why does positive reinforcement work? Science tells us that when we experience something rewarding, our brain releases a neurotransmitter called dopamine, which makes us feel happy and motivated. So by providing positive reinforcement, we're essentially giving our child's brain a little dopamine boost, encouraging them to repeat the positive behavior. Positive reinforcement not only encourages good behavior, but it also boosts your child's self-esteem. By acknowledging their efforts and achievements, we're showing our children that we see them, we value them, and we believe in their potential. Now let's discuss setting boundaries, a key element in providing structure for your child. Every child needs a framework within which they can safely explore the world and their place in it. This is where setting boundaries comes in. Boundaries are like the invisible lines on a map, providing a sense of direction and order. They help your child understand what's expected of them and what they can expect from others. Clear and consistent boundaries are essential. They provide your child with a sense of security, much like a safety net that allows them to confidently move forward, knowing they are protected. But how do we establish these boundaries without being overly strict? Here are a few tips. First, make the boundaries clear. Use simple, age-appropriate language to explain what is expected. Second, consistency is key. Enforce the boundaries regularly so they become a natural part of your child's routine. Remember, children learn best by repetition. Third, allow for flexibility within the boundaries. Life isn't black and white, and sometimes exceptions may need to be made. This helps your child understand that boundaries aren't about control, but rather about guidance. And finally, uphold the boundaries with love and respect. Discipline should never be about power, but about teaching. By setting and maintaining boundaries with love, you show your child that these rules are for their benefit. Boundaries give your child a sense of security and help them understand their limits. With these tips, you can establish effective boundaries that nurture your child's growth and development. Lastly, we have mindful communication, the backbone of a trusting parent-child relationship. This is the art of engaging in open and respectful dialogue with your child, fostering an environment of trust and transparency. Mindful communication is all about being fully present in the moment, attentively listening to what your child is saying and responding in a thoughtful, considerate manner. It's not just about the words being spoken, but also the emotions underlying those words. Imagine a scenario where your child comes to you, upset about a disagreement with a friend. Rather than jumping in with advice or solutions, practice mindful communication. Listen attentively, observe their emotions, and respond with understanding and empathy. You might say, "It sounds like you're really upset about this. It's hard when we disagree with friends, isn't it?" This approach shows your child that their feelings are valid and that they can trust you with their challenges. It encourages open dialogue, helping to build a strong foundation of trust and transparency. Another tip is to use I statements instead of you statements. Instead of saying you need to clean your room, try saying I feel stressed when the house is messy. Can we work together to clean your room? This way, you avoid sounding accusatory and promote a more collaborative approach. Mindful communication is not about solving your child's problems, but about providing a safe space for them to express themselves, feel understood, and learn to navigate their own challenges. Remember, it's all about connection, not correction. Mindful communication can truly transform your relationship with your child. So, there you have it. 5 mindful techniques to help you become the parent your child needs. We've journeyed through the importance of active listening, where you attentively and non-judgmentally understand your child's thoughts and feelings. We've discussed empathetic responses, reinforcing the need to validate your child's experiences. Then, we explored positive reinforcement, a powerful tool to acknowledge and praise your child's efforts and achievements. We also emphasized setting clear and consistent boundaries, providing a sense of security and structure, crucial for your child's growth. Lastly, we touched on mindful communication, which fosters trust and transparency between you and your child. Implementing these techniques can significantly enhance your parent-child relationship, creating an environment of trust, support, and mutual respect. Remember, mindful parenting isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. Thanks for joining us at Happy Health Tribe. Stay tuned for more insightful content.